Hi, I'm Random Trashy and welcome to the channel. So I recently spoke to a company called ClawGear. They're a manufacturer of apparel. They do make their own accessories as well, but their main focus is apparel. So that is military spec trousers, jackets, soft shells, base layers, fleeces, everything of that nature. This is full military spec kit. So don't get this confused with the likes of Semapo, Helican or Viper, something along those lines where that's made for Airsoft. This is made for full military spec use. The only real company that you can compare this with is Crye Precision. Looking at about £200 currently for a pair of Crye trousers. These come in at about £90 for a pair of ClawGear, and I would say that they are on par, if not better, than the Crye Precision. And what I do is go through those trousers in a moment. So a little bit more about ClawGear is they actually sent me out this really nice catalogue and brochure of their 2015 range, and looking through the stuff on their website, they offer some fantastic kit at a really good price. So one of the key things for me about a brand is how they represent themselves and the way that they market their products. It's really important to me, and I think if people put a lot of effort into that, then it really shows they've got something good to sell. Just flicking through this brochure, some really nice photography. And loads of like t-shirts. They've got their own range of digital watch in here that comes in at a great price point, and also all of their soft shells, fleeces, you know, really nice BDUs, loads of attention to detail, lots of little advancements on there over some of the other brands that are available, and obviously you've got your full range of colours. A-tacs is all of the A-tacs, Multicam, you know, woodland, absolutely everything you're going to want. So if you are interested in some of the other ClawGear, just head over to Google, put in ClawGear, and they'll come up as a top search result. Another thing that they sent out to me is the ArmourMap catalogue. Now if you're not familiar with the ArmourMap catalogue, it's definitely something that everyone should go and get their hands on. This has every top tier company that produces stuff that is available to the civilian market in this catalogue. They only deal with the very high end brands, so if you are looking for some really Gucci kit, this is the place to go and get it. So if you're interested in one of these catalogues, head over to Google, put in ArmourMap and request the 2015 catalogue. Just going through some of the brands that are in here, we've got 511, Aimpoint, Arc'teryx, Black Hawk, Blue Force Gear, Crye Precision, EOTech, Phobos, Petzl, Magpul, Glock. You know, everything in here is real top tier and from the real steel market. Got Warrior Assault Systems in here, UTG, Sunto, so Smith & Wesson, Solomon. Really top tier stuff. A great catalogue for you to go and have a look at, and obviously they've got the full ClawGear range in this catalogue. So moving over to the Raider Pant, this is the Mk.IV trouser, and they do a Mk.III as well. But just jumping into this, really impressed with the quality. I have had these out and tried these on beforehand, but I will you know, I tried to get them back in the packaging so you could see what they would be like if you was to buy them. Really nicely wrapped up. Let's get these out and show you over some of the features that are available. Just drop this nice paper out the back. So first thing, just fold these in half so I can get me a shot, is the material. Really nice Crye Multicam material. Got that lovely nice texture to it. You know that it's going to be solid, very warm and fully waterproof as well. So, you know, moving through those dense environments, if it's been raining, it's an easy way to get wet. And these are going to sort of stop any of absorption of moisture. Moving around the waistband, you've got this nice, really big, strong belt and retainment hooks around the top, so around the waistline. So if you wanted to use a full military spec harness around your waistline, if you've got any kind of carabiners or anything like that, then these are going to be more than capable of taking a real sturdy amount of weight. Moving around the top, very similar to the Crye design, you've got that adjustment on the waistband. What I would say about this is the elasticated little tab here really does make a difference in getting the trousers nice and snug around your waistline. So my waist seems to fluctuate by about an inch, maybe an inch and a half, depending on how hydrated I am, how much food I've had, you know, and there's that daily fluctuation. This enables you to get the trousers really comfortable when you've got them on. Pull that little tab a little bit, get them nice and snug around the waist. If you have a good feed, you take on a ton of water and you just feel a bit bloated out or bogged down, you can loosen those off and just have that really quick adjustment without making any big adjustments to the trousers. Nice big button on the front, Velcro, which means that the waistband's going to stay very comfy. Very low profile across the front, so if you've got a rig or anything like that, big buttons here or anything like that, it's going to make it very uncomfortable. Moving down around the trouser, really deep pocket on the front, see, nearly get my whole arm in there. Going to be great if you've got big Arctic gloves, if you want to put an ESSE, anything like that. That's a really big storage pocket there, nice little loop on the top, goggles, glasses, cases, anything like that. That's going to be really, really good. Also, you know, that will flex upwards if you want to put some sort of bandolier belt on or something like that, or if you've got a belt that comes around here. That's a really nice attachment hook to tie it into the trousers. Lovely little panelling, as you can see, the stitching and everything on these trousers. They've really taken a lot of care to make sure that these are absolutely solid trousers and perfect, you know, from the waist down. So moving down here, this is really important as well. A magazine pouch built into the trousers. No longer are you going to have a mag rattling around inside the biggest pocket of your trouser. That is actually an M4 style or M16 style mag pouch that fits in the top of the trouser that's built in. Another nice deep pocket here, and inside here you've got a zip on the front. Another lovely little storage compartment, fully lined as well, so it's not just backed onto the material. As you can see, it's got a really nice liner in there, double stitch, YKK zippers as well, so really, really solid zips that are on here, and a nice deep pocket moving down the front. I think one of the really interesting things is what they've done around the back of the trouser here. Nice flat low profile, the zip's covered, so if you ever sat down or anything, you've got anything against the back of, or you know, against the back of your bum, if you've got a big Bergen on or anything like that, they're going to be really comfortable. And the fact they've layered up the seat or around the lower bum area is absolutely perfect. So I've got a set of Helican trousers. To be honest, I paid about £60 for them, and for the extra 30 quid I would have a pair of these all day. My Helicans are quite uncomfortable. They've got a strap that moves up the leg that's meant to adjust the knee pad height, but they don't do any adjustment. They're actually stitched in firm, so they just rub, and I'm really, really uncomfortable. So me and my friend Matt were out in the valley. We sat down for a little while, propped against a tree. My Helican trousers absorbed loads of water. So the water just soaked through them, soaked through into my boxers. Had a soaking wet bum for the weekend, which was not nice. And so I said to him, why do they not do trousers with a really like big, thick padded seat? So if you ever sat down, we've sat, you know, taking a knee, your bum's on the back of your boot, you know, no water's going to seep through there, and they've really focused that on these trousers. So as you can see around here, lots of thick padding around the bottom of the bum, so nothing, no water's going to get through. Last thing you're going to worry about is having a wet bum or wet back of the legs, which is just not nice if you're out for an entire weekend. So loads of concentration around the seat area. A couple of really nice advantages here over the Crye trousers. Nice big belt loop at the back here, which is going to give you plenty of support if you've got one of the big high waistbands in here. Get all four fingers in here. Really nice and thick, gives you plenty of support. Nice ClawGear logo, everything again double stitch. Moving down the back of the trousers, loads of adjustment around the back of the knee. I think this is one of the key things that sets these apart from anything like the G2 or the G3 from Crye. Twice as expensive, and yet they don't have as much adjustment as the ClawGear trousers. The Cryes have one tab and the Velcro goes all the way to this far edge, which makes adjusting it a real pain sometimes. So if you imagine not having that, if you wanted to get your adjustment correct, you'd have to pull this all the way over like that. As you can see, it only pulls in one side of the trouser, which is what would happen if you was using the Cryes. With the Claw, you've got a adjustment panel each side, little pinch in from either side, which means that that knee pad is going to sit very square and it's going to sit very comfortably on the knee. Moving down to the back leg panel, love this little calf pocket. I always seem to find little things and stuff to put in here when I'm out on a weekender. Love this pocket, nice and wide, much bigger than the Crye one, which means that you're going to get something in there, you know, of bigger stature. Really perfect if you're down taking a knee, you know, if you've got food, if you've got hydration gels or anything like that. This pocket's really good for it. When you're taking a knee, back of the calf, quick hydration gel, sweets, chewing gum, anything like that. That's a great pocket for it. Moving down to the bottom, really nice big circumference base of the leg, which means that if you really need to, if you've got a couple of pairs of socks on, if you're using anything like the sealskin waterproof socks, you can slide your feet in, you're going to have no problems getting your foot out of the bottom of these. Nice adjustment tab, great size as well, with a little bit of pull. So as you can see, that is beginning to concertina up that material, so it means you can get it dead tight if you've got a pair of narrow topped boots on, or even if you're using walking shoes and you're going to use these trousers for just taking some nice long country walks. It means you can get that very nice and snug around the base of your ankle. The tab sits nice and flat as well, it's not flapping about all over the place. That's going to mean that there's a lot of comfort around the bottom of the trouser. So just putting that back to normal. Moving back, look up the front of the trouser. I'm going to fold this in half just so you can see as we move back up. Nice panel, lovely stitching. As you can see, this has been tailored and cut in at an angle, which means that when it's wrapped around your boot, it's going to sit a lot more comfortable. Moving up to the front knee pad, there's been a lot of work here, so what I will quickly do is put in a picture up here now of all the different types of knee pad that this trouser will actually take. It will take the standard sponge knee-capped front pads that you'd get with Crye's or a lot of the other trousers that are out there, but they do a lot of different types of knee protection. The new ones are called the D3s, and I'll explain exactly how they work with these trousers and why they're better than some of the other solutions that are out there. So one of the key things that I've had before is that I've been taking a knee with my trousers. I've got the big sponge pad on the front with the knee protection on the front. I've knelt in a puddle, I've applied a load of pressure to my knee as I've knelt down. As soon as I've knelt out of that puddle, I've released that pressure and it's just sucked up all the water like a sponge. So I've now got a soaking wet knee pad on the front of my trousers. Well, the way that these have been designed, that can't happen. So you've got these 4 almost buttonholes on the front. And these allow you to clip a front panel on here like the D3 that I'll show now. That clips on the front and the soft padding sits on the inside of the trouser, which means they're very, very comfortable, very versatile. You haven't got to worry about kneeling in a puddle and all that water being absorbed into the foam. The other thing is if you've got that nice knee protection on the front, it's going to protect the trouser a lot more than when you've got that foam unit moving about inside like some of the other trousers that are out there. So a great solid trouser from ClawGear. You know, really great price point, you know, looking at £90 for a pair of these trousers over a £200 pair of Crye's, and as you can see they offer a lot more adjustment and some different designs around the knee pad, which I think in the future is really going to take these trousers forward. The D3 design is something really, really solid and is all available from the ClawGear website. So if you're interested in these trousers or any of the other kit, head over to the ClawGear website, have a nose around. The customer support is one of the biggest things for me. You know, if a company's got really good customer support, I will continue to go back to them, and I've got to say that their customer support has been exemplary. Every time I've sent them a message, every time I've had any type of inquiry, I've asked about the material, I've asked about, you know, what the benefits are of these trousers, where they've put the innovation, they've been straight back to me with a real solid response. So first of all, thank you very much ClawGear. I cannot wait to get these out in the field and give them a good testing. I will be at Cope Hill at the end of August, so I'll get 72 hours of, you know, running these through some nice urban environments. If you do have any questions about the Mk.IV Raider pants, please feel free to drop it in the comment box below. If not, head over to ClawGear, check out their range. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you all soon.